What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Gym 4. Really fun one today. So Jason and I haven't hung out for like 2 weeks, and you can tell both the podcasts are quite long this week, but we had a good time. Just recapping Sydney through a business lens. Make sure you tune in to Barbells and Banter on Wednesday when we talk specifics about us getting fucked up on the weekend. But yeah, unpacking how to put together events, why you should be doing more than just face-to-face sessions, and how you can start building into running events and you don't have to actually pay for expensive rooms and all that kind of shit straight away. We unpacked that a lot. Then we talked about a bit of a mentoring session, learning like communication, I guess getting the most out of situations, and how to be a magnetic individual that people want to be around, that people have positive experiences from being around you. And then a little bit of heartwarming, how to find your people and what expectations you should set around how many of those you'll actually have, and dealing with the loneliness that comes with exponential personal growth that hopefully all of you are experiencing. That's why you tune in, because it's what we're trying to do, and how to kind of process all that. Don't forget, Melbourne, 24th and 25th of November, we are presenting our programming workshop across 2 days, strength and physique programming, everything you need to know, super practical. We're going to write programs. It's a plug and play system. All models are broken, but some of them are useful. We think ours is really, really useful, and we've seen it be really successful in both prepping for novice lifters, even into powerlifting, physique changes for the general population, and then into competitors as well, national level athletes on both sides, and tons of Gen Pop clients going through it and getting results. So make sure you head to the link in the notes to get your ticket. If not, just shoot us a DM and we can help you out with those. Have another great week. As always, enjoy the episode. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, share, tag, do all the things, get the episode out there. This is an important one. Should light a fire up under a few of you, and then hopefully make a few of you feel a little bit better as well. All right, I'll stop talking. Bye. This is definitely going to end up in chaos, these two. The two blue dogs.
I don't know. Indy's got a different energy about her these days.
Indy's very chill.
Softer.
Definitely less volatile.
Softer.
Yeah.
And Shadow's a bit
You don't have the
moment.
you don't get that like alpha energy as much. Like I know she still has it.
Yeah.
But she doesn't walk around with it now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Every now she doesn't walk in the door to throw down.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
she used to.
Yeah. Cleo's still got it. And every now and then she does the opposite.
Yeah.
She just like chills a bit. But yeah, you can tell Indy's the opposite, which is good.
Just chilling.
Yeah. I can't wait for Cleo to get that like that.
She only goes off when like she gets scared.
Yeah.
She like saw the delivery driver like coming to the door, and she was just happened to be walking down the hallway, and it scared her, and she went off her fucking head.
Oh, yeah.
Slid into the glass and shit.
Oh, no.
I'm like, bro. That morning.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another story. That morning, we had people in our backyard, and we've got a mattress on the floor in the lounge at the moment. It's just more comfortable for Amy. And she just like was asleep.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, bro, there's people in our yard, and you don't even know.
I'm questioning the effectiveness of my dogs. Like I came home from the gym, and I'm like, usually it's like the door closes and and then like got out, went inside, heated up my food. Yeah, was deliberately making racket because I was like, I can't be fucked with them barking at me. Mm-hmm. Walked in my bedroom and they're just lying on the bed.
Oh, hey, Dad.
And then he barks. After that, I'm like, bro, you're sacked. Like, you're fired, bro. Like, what are you supposed? You're supposed to be protecting this house, man.
Yeah.
It's like he's just life's too good. He's just losing it.
Chilling
He's losing it before he had it.
Yeah. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It is and it isn't, because you want them on when they need to be, but like also it's annoying.
Mine get everything. Yeah. If I'm away though, they're real bad. Like he's bad when I'm not there.
Yeah.
And so like Steph can't even sleep some nights because he's just like, what's that? Like he's just hyper
all the time.
Yeah, so it's kind of frustrating.
Yeah, but it's tough because you kind of want that.
You do, but then it's like if there's no one there. Steph was like, I thought someone was robbing us, and there's no one. She's like, I checked the cameras and we're all good, and then she's like, then I couldn't get back to sleep.
Yeah. Adrenaline rush.
Yeah, I've lost a few nights. I think I've said that a lot. Like every now and then he's just in the middle of the night, just I'm like, fuck,
I'm
hell,
dead.
bro. Like now out
So
of bed,
far.
like what is happening? Yeah, that and then fighting. They're fighting
Yeah.
for the bed.
Yeah.
So he's there's a miniature power shift,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's got more to do with ability than it does anything else. Because
Yeah.
Cleo can't just, she has to do what Indy just did before. Like it's a run up.
Think about it. Yeah, yeah,
You know, she can't just do, and he just 2 steps,
Yeah.
just nearly jumps over the bed. So yeah, if he's on the bed, she'll go get a drink, so she'll get off the bed and he'll get on, and
Yeah.
then 3 a.m. she's just yelling at him, get the fuck off the bed. So
Yeah.
just barking, and they're just he's barking back, and I'm just like, would you two
yeah. Sort of.
just shut the fuck
Yeah.
up? It's 3 a.m.
I'll order an extra couple of side sleepers, bro. We'll get some cots for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, we have a different power struggle in our house. So, every 5 days, Amy's like, we really need to stop letting Indy on the bed. I'm like, you can move the steps anytime you want.
Yeah.
We're going to have to deal with it for 2 nights. She's going to flick her claws on the carpet and wake us up and be annoying for half an hour until she cracks her shits and goes back to bed.
Yeah.
We're going to have to deal with that for a few nights and then she'll stop.
Hmm.
She hasn't moved the steps. Every 5 days. But she always goes to Amy's side. And Amy will sleep with her legs at 90 degrees.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
She
She
sneaks
sneaks in. That's what Claire does with Steph.
And then Amy's stuck. She can't
Yeah.
roll over. She
Yeah.
can't move. And then obviously movement is getting more and more challenging
Yeah.
every week. So there's a few times I wake up and move her onto my legs.
Yeah.
But I rub my foot to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And she fucking hates it. She's like, I'm not.
It's too much movement.
She's like, I'm going over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Do you reckon it's a good time now? It's going to be here. It's probably, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's you're breaking up the routine already. It's
Yeah.
Come back, the stairs are gone.
Yeah.
She's still going to know, but
Probably. Yeah. She'll definitely still hassle us.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to go for you, but good luck.
We'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Good luck to you.
I just feel like I'm going to end up with we need to get a king bed. I think that's
It's
what's
the best.
That's what's going to come eventually.
Yeah, they still just manage to
Take up all of it.
Yeah,
Anyway.
they just lie sprawled out.
Yeah.
You still have the same amount of space that you have
The
now.
dogs just have more.
They just have more. Yeah, it's how it works, man. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we can get both of them on the bed, and it doesn't work out. It's just
Yeah.
one of them just goes,
Yeah. So I've made it again.
What'd you
I'm
do?
back to upper middle class.
Okay.
I'm back.
What'd you get? You get a cleaner?
I'm back.
Yeah.
Got a cleaner
That's
and
it.
I got a gardener.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was ripping weeds out yesterday.
Yeah.
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 I was like, oof.
It's not a job for me. I hate
I gotta-
that shit. I hate it.
What's the damage on the gardener?
What do you think it is?
I'm going to go and say, so are we talking mowing the lawns?
You've seen my house?
Yeah. So mowing it, weeds, and taking the stuff away? Or they?
We have a green bin.
Okay, that's all right. Well, I don't know, $200?
How often?
Once a fortnight?
Half.
$100 a fortnight.
$42 a week.
$42 a week.
So I was like, I'll mow the lawns.
Yeah.
They come once a month.
Yeah.
And if they come once a month, I want them to whippersnip,
Yeah.
weeds, and maintenance shit.
Yeah.
Because the house is massive and the garden's pumps.
Yeah. The weeds are wrecking me.
Yeah, and we've got heaps of
Yeah.
dirt areas and rock areas and shit that it's
I'm the
just
same.
I can't be fucked with it. So I'm like, I just want someone to take care of that. And then Amy messaged me. She's like, so they can do everything for $40. And I was like, pack the mower up. They can fucking do it for $40 a week.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I might have to look into it. I need to.
Our cleaners are not point cook quality though.
Yeah, it's.
It's tough. They
Tell
are
you what.
fucking so good here, man.
I'll let the dude. I gave him a very firm message yesterday because I fucked up, right? And actually, let's just dial it back a bit. Start from the start. So, I obviously question how the business is ran.
Yeah.
'Cause we just text message.
Yeah.
Nothing's there's no notifications, and you get a message 3 days before, we'll be here at this time.
Yeah.
I'm like, right, so it's a big red flag for me.
Mm-hmm.
I would like an email. I would like a notification email. I would
Yeah.
also like a notification SMS.
Yeah.
About a week before, letting you know that your booking is at this time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to pay a deposit.
Yeah.
Holding fee in case you cancel and you get it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But if you don't do any of those things, I'm not, whatever. So I said, hey, man, I'm interstate. I can't do it. So, yeah, it was fitting me in. I knew it was going to be an issue. So I got a message Sunday night, locked in, 12:40, Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so 12:40 was already pushing it because we had Q&A.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
12:40 Tuesday, and I knew I was presenting so I
yeah.
couldn't even be like, "Hey, bro," and I already kind of asked for a favor, so I can't ask for another one.
Yeah.
Right, had last week off, and then he goes, "Oh," and then on the day he goes, "Oh, we'll be there." He goes, can we come at 12:10 or 1? And I go 12:10, and he goes, "Oh, nah, someone already picked 12:10. We got to come at 1." And I'm like, "Listen here, mate. I'm like, you actually should be here at 12:40, like we agreed upon on Sunday."
Yeah.
So I said, I don't understand why we're talking about you coming in at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Because this isn't how it works.
Yeah.
And I said, if you come in, I said, you need to clean the bottom of the house first, and then you need to go upstairs because I can't have you making noise after 2 p.m.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, we'll come at 12:10.
Yeah. At 12:10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because he's like, I'll move the...
Yeah, the other one.
And then he's like, I had a cancellation, this and that. I'm like, look, mate, I've got no sympathy for your shit around business.
Yeah.
But they clean the house really good.
They are great at it, man.
Yeah, they clean it. Do you organise your house for the cleaner?
Yeah.
Yeah, Steph gives me shit all the time, bro. She's like, oh, yeah, she'd be like speaking to her mum. She's like, oh, I got to go because Jason's cleaning for the cleaner. I'm like, you've got to move shit.
Yeah.
To
For sure.
Yeah.
You pay him hourly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like a bit of judgment too because I'm the one home, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if there's like a bit of dog hair on the bed and shit, I'm like, I'm vacuuming that shit up because
Yeah.
I don't want them to be like, look, these fucking people
Yeah.
living in this
Squalor.
filth. Yeah. Yeah. And even yesterday, like there was just too much dog hair on the carpet because we knew they were coming.
Yeah.
I felt guilty.
Yeah.
So I just ran over a little bit. It's like tumbleweeds. Like Mav, I can literally like just pull hair out of Mav's ass at the moment.
Yeah, Indy's the same.
Yeah,
This
it's-
place is going to be a mess in 4 days. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, clean house is just like when they leave, I'm like,
It's the best.
this is worth its weight in gold.
So our like laundry, the whole house is shifting. Like the garage door bounces all the time and shit just because like the land's, we're on a mountain.
Yeah.
So just, everything's moving all the time. So the laundry door like rubs on the bottom.
Yeah.
So there was wooden flakes that had broken off the bottom of the laundry door on the floor.
Right.
And Amy's like, I just left it because like they'll vacuum it, pick up whatever, put it in the bin, whatever. So Amy was sort of like, look, it's not as good as Point Cook. Go pup. You got it. I believe in you.
Come on, you can do it.
You've done it twice now. Good job. She does it so easy when she actually jumps.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah.
It's just a confidence thing.
Yeah. So, she's like, all got cleaned up and it was fine. She's like, there was a few things I wasn't totally happy with, like the chrome on my bathroom sink isn't quite right. I knocked off, those like reed smelly things?
Yeah.
Like the scented reeds.
Yeah.
So one of those was on top of my toilet and I bumped it off. So it flicked water or the oil all over the wall.
Yeah.
Which is not a good look in the bathroom when
Of
people
course.
come and there's this spray, a fucking stain on the wall. And I'm like, that's the main thing I want them to fucking do when they're here.
Yeah, they didn't do it.
And it was still there. And then, the
Yeah.
chrome part of my bath wasn't quite right.
They don't clean the walls. Like even
Yeah.
the guy, like
Actually, yeah, we noticed it here too.
our cleaners don't clean the walls.
No, you have to special request that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You
And
pay a
look,
bit extra.
I
Makes
can.
sense.
Yeah, they probably don't want to fuck with it too because it's
Yeah,
like,
too
it's the
much.
plaster and shit. Like,
Yeah. So this wood, it's like, it's all good. Amy takes out Indy's food bowl. We've got a box, right? That's got 2 big holes that we have 2 stainless steel bowls that go in.
Yeah.
So one for food, one for water. She fucking had to move it. Picks it up. All the wood
underneath.
chunks were underneath. What the fuck? So they literally just picked it up and gone, and put it back down.
Oh,
It's like a kid throwing their clothes under the fucking bed, bro.
It's a fucking no for me.
What do you mean?
That
But
is
there's like no one.
Yeah,
you
no
can't
one
find
else.
anyone up there.
Yeah, it's skills. There's a skills
Fuck,
shortage.
man. I looked it up the other day. Gisborne's only got a population of 11,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's actually very small.
Okay,
So it's
so that's
like-
probably why it's hard to get most things because even like I've made
Yeah,
like,
but I would think like
landscapers
you can
and all
pull
that
them
shit.
from Sunbury and shit, but
Of course, yeah.
yeah,
Business
it's
opportunity.
just hard to find.
Business opportunity.
Yeah, 2024 STC
Yeah.
cleaning.
Yeah. I'm staying as fucking far away from that one as possible.
Yeah, sounds like a nightmare. Hey?
The guy that can't iron anything.
You don't need to know the business, Jason.
I'm not a domesticated dude.
You could be invested in an algae farm.
That's it.
You don't have to know.
I agree.
What did you think of the weekend? Obviously, full recap is on Fit on Wednesday.
Yeah, yeah.
Through a business lens.
Absolute success as they all were. They've all
Yeah.
been pretty good. But yeah, like from a relationships perspective, from a branding perspective, nailed it.
Yeah,
Absolutely nailed it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Jess cops it a little bit early in the Fit podcast on Wednesday, just for being Jess sometimes.
Yeah.
Which we
But
love.
that's okay. That's why we love Jess.
But I need to express how much fucking easier and better the weekend ran.
Yeah.
Having her there.
Even just organising it. Like
the lead up, the execution.
So good. I didn't actually
great.
think about the weekend until the day or 2 days before, and I just got this running sheet.
Yeah.
This is where you have to be. I'm like, fuck yeah.
So good.
It's fucking bad. I didn't even know. Like, I knew where we were staying because we obviously were there a week before, but everything was sick. We have to be here this time, then we have to go here at this time, and we have to be here. I was like, kind of just mad. Where, usually it's just fucking, where do we have to be? Like, check my emails. Yeah. So it's really good. Really well ran.
Jess nailed logistics. Amy nailed accommodation. And then, Tam was on fire all weekend as usual.
Yeah.
I think we nailed it too.
I didn't like sitting in the room and not being and presenting on the Friday, I must admit.
It's tough.
It was, it was just because I was like, I want to do it.
Yeah.
So but it was good. Like, it was great. But it's just like...
The space wasn't that conducive to like the walk around either.
No.
It was a little bit challenging. So
yeah.
Even though I didn't decide to pick up my second camera because I was like, I'll be very distracting.
Yeah. It was challenging to... We were too late on it. We wanted to set it up like a boardroom. Like you have an L with a table.
Yeah.
That would have been much better, but it's okay. We'll probably do that for the programming workshop, November 24th and 5th.
Yeah.
CBD. The tickets are listed for Cheltenham right now, but we're going to move it to the city, guys.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
In another hectic space.
Yeah.
That was a really nice spot.
It was
last
great.
two venues for our events have been fucking wicked.
Yeah.
I think it makes it. It does add to, like, it's okay to be in a gym and stuff. It's nothing wrong with that. But if you're not going to use a gym, like those spaces are
branding
absolutely fantastic.
Fire.
Yeah, just everything though, like the whole, like outside of the aircon, the environment is just like, it's conducive to paying attention.
Yeah.
Where in a gym, it's not really an environment to pay attention to a studio, like to a speaker and a screen, and like you're talking, it echoes, like the sound's not that great. Like I think there's something to creating a space that is conducive to learning, and especially for personal trainers, it's like it's tough to like
sit still.
Hands-on people, most likely kinesthetic learners, still need to kind of see and whatever. It's like creating that right environment is super important.
Yeah, so it was really good.
But Friday was great.
Ran flawlessly.
Friday was great. Photo shoot was amazing. The training sessions were fun, like with everybody working out together. The social event was really fun. I think we had the most fun. I think because I got some feedback obviously off the boys. And I think we're all slightly different personality wise, but I think if you drew a line across the personality types, I'm the most extroverted in a social event up here. Yeah. And everyone else is about here. So I think like the feedback we got for that was just like, maybe like something a bit quieter, dinner, drinks, like just us intimate.
Yeah. So that's hilarious because
even though we asked.
Yes. Yeah. That's what we asked for, and we ended up at a nightclub.
Yeah. 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 So I think we'll have to maybe do a little bit more. Yeah. But we've got boots on the ground, intel for the next Sydney trip because Georgina's put her hand up to sort it out for us.
Honestly, like the Squires place we went to would have been perfect.
Yeah.
It just needs to be somewhere like that.
Yeah.
I
had a great time.
Keeps it a little bit more under control.
As soon as we walked upstairs, I was like, I've been to places like this. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
It was great. I had so much fun.
Yeah.
Just need a couple of drinks to get the creativeness going.
Yeah. So tune in on Wednesday to the Fit Pod for full blow by blow of how it went. Because we obviously wanted the clientele to know, but. So before we keep going, I just want to give you guys a little message about our Standout PT program. So Standout PT has been designed for personal trainers who want to sustain a long-term career in fitness, but right now they're sick of chasing clients, they're not making enough time for money, and they're super frustrated with the results that they're getting in their business, and they can't see themselves being here in 3 to 5 years' time. If you want to know more about the Standout PT program, head to stcfitlearning.com, head to programs, and all the details are there, and you can book in your free exploration call where we can have a look and see whether or not that would actually be a suitable program for where your business is at right now. And back to the episode. I think one thing that's been playing on my mind with it, and we're like, it's the biggest piece of friction we have with the standout PT guys, is trying to get them to do events.
Yeah.
Because they're so scared that like no one will come.
Yeah.
And you've just got to like, you've got to accept that even if no one comes, it'll still be good.
Yeah.
And sometimes, I think it's Chris Williams, he's like, if no one comes, no one sees it if it's shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no one was there. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And like, we still stress about it. Like, our Friday was low until pretty close to the end. We were 50-50 on it.
Yeah.
But we got great footage for it. It all looks cool. It's branding, it's messaging. Just the fact that we were there on social media looks great.
Yeah.
So if you're running it, it's really good.
Yeah.
Does it smell weird to you?
I can't really smell anything.
It smells like the heaters.
You got a dog next to you?
Nah, it's like gas, like from a heater
really?
or something.
Okay.
I live here and it smells normal, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can't smell it. So.
We probably won't.
If I pass out,
Yeah.
like we're all getting carbon monoxide poisoning, and I warned you. So yeah, like I think the worst one I've ever done, I ran it by myself when I moved to Windy Hill.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say the footy club one, but
That was actually a big room.
oh, okay.
It was just shit.
Yeah.
The Windy Hill one was worse. So there was nowhere in the gym to do it, so I did it in the grandstand of Windy Hill football oval.
Right.
Trying to compete with wind, helicopters, fucking all sorts of shit. And like 5 people came. 3 of them were my clients. And it was just like, fuck. None of them knew anything that I was talking about. Like I tried to talk about managing macros and stuff, and they were just like not there. It's like, okay, this is like the worst workshop I've ever done.
When we did the ARPT one, it wouldn't have made a difference if you brought the HDMI cable.
Yeah,
it wouldn't have made a difference.
Yeah.
It just made the event even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking...
Yeah, I think I've just blacked that out, hey.
That was bad, that one. That was awful.
Because they weren't interested?
Yeah, because they didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when we didn't have a conducive space, we just took up that little,
gym.
We took up, like, the stretching area of the gym.
Yeah.
And people were just sitting there while people were working out. It's like, this is fucked.
Terrible. Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah. Done some bad ones.
Character building, we call that.
Yeah, the footy club one was, I did a nutrition presentation and the head coach said, all right, boys, make sure you got a couple of beers before you sit down. And I was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
This is not going to be it.
Yeah. But we've done some really good ones at the same time, though,
we have.
right?
Yeah, so the last few, obviously, selling out the intensive was wild.
Yeah. We did a really good nutrition seminar as well, a couple of years back.
Yeah. And even like the PT ones, like Queensland was sick in the Group X room.
Yeah.
All the Penrith ones have been really good.
Agreed.
So, and just every single one of those events, even the intensive, it was like 7 days out, I was still stressed no one was going to be there.
Yeah.
So you just have to just deal with it.
Yeah.
Like, just do it anyway.
Yeah. I think if you come at it from a position of like, you're going to make best use of the opportunity, there's other benefits outside of just like heaps of people rocking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're like, I'm gonna film it. I'm gonna repurpose all this content. You know, I'm gonna make up like little short clips. I'm gonna make up long form stuff. I'm gonna give access to people. Access to this to other people in the future.
Yeah,
like I think then it changes your perspective on it because like we've been in positions and. We did a workshop, I think it was like a year ago or something, and like it just went too long, and I was the last speaker, and I was like really disappointed about it, and I was like, I rushed my part of it because I wanted everybody to get out, and so I was really disappointed at the end, and then I should have just been like, but then I reflected, and I was like, fuck, I should have just delivered, and like Tam's filming it, I should have just brought the heat, not rushed it, kind of delivered the take-homes.
3 people in the room that were taking it in, you just presented.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so. Like we even fall into those traps, and like that wasn't the first presentation I've ever done. Like I've done heaps before that, you know. Yeah. So you've got to, just try and take the opportunity. It's like always have the glass half full. It's like, what can I get out of this? Where's the benefit here? You know. Yeah. But there's just that overwhelming fear that no one shows up, and it makes you feel shit. Yeah. But it's just and we still feel the same, but no one makes the room. Nothing gets the room full. If you can't
put a room on,
that's it. You've got to, you can't sell 30 tickets before you book the venue. I mean, good luck trying to.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got to just, the first one, there's maybe 3. The second one, there's 5. Then there's 7. Then there's 15. Then there's 4. Then there's 30. Then there's 7. Then it's just.
Yeah. And it's challenging. Like I think we fucked up the Friday by doing it at 11.
We definitely did.
It should have been at like 2.
Yeah.
And people would have come.
Yeah. PTs do the morning block, then where we catch a pump and then get to the gym.
And I even had the conversation with myself. Like, there was a few people that I spoke to that like outwardly have contacted me, or we've had conversations about like, I really need to get online. I really need to be better at this.
Or when are you guys here next?
Yeah, and you're like,
come.
Okay, sweet. So this is what's happening. And they're like, I've got clients. I'm like, move them.
Yeah.
Or I've got work. I'm like, you've got 6 weeks notice. Move it.
There's a little bit of that, obviously, at the same time, right? It's like,
So in my head, I was like, you not doing that is why you're like struggling, but it's not good enough for me to say that. I have to.
It's definitely a tale of two halves, right?
It's like the fucking PT putting up, oh, you'll pay for a bag of Coke, but not my personal training. It's like, they don't want your services, bro. So it's the same. It's like, I have to accept that it's not worth it to them, or they don't understand business well enough to do catch-ups and get paid and all that kind of shit, or they're running on too thin a line to actually make that work, because it's
adding the friction to their clients is enough for them to say, fuck no, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, and there's it's always, and it's funny because you say like, oh, it's always the ones that need it the most.
Yeah.
It's like, well, of course it is. Because they wouldn't need it the most if
correct.
they could make those moves. So.
Agreed. Yeah. Yeah, we made that similar mistake with the boys at the Performance Hub. Like, we just picked the wrong day, the wrong time. Yeah, you know, all those things do matter. But we still delivered. We still got some really good content from it. Yeah, we were just freezing. I've never been so cold in my life.
That was fucking cold. Yeah. Melbourne
life.
Day.
Melbourne life. Yeah, so cold.
So just do it, man. Just tee up all your clients, like you said. Like, you can't fill the room before. You can get interest from your clients. Yeah, and you can be like, cool, I've got 5 clients coming. Yeah, you've got 5 clients in a camera. You got a thing.
Yeah. And what better way to build confidence than to deliver to people who you're already comfortable communicating to? Yeah, like we encourage the guys in stand out all the time. It's like, yes, the workshops and the seminars and those things are good for brand and bringing in new clients. Mm-hmm. But at the start, you should not even be thinking about that. You should be thinking about, that's exactly right, providing value for your current clientele and making everything around them. And then people are going to see you in the gym. What's that person doing? Mm-hmm. What are you guys up to? They're going to tell their friends. They're going to tell their other friends at the gym. Oh, I just went and did this nutrition seminar or whatever. We did this little workshop and learnt this and learnt that. And then they're going to be like, whoa, hang on a minute. Like, I only get a training session with my client, with my trainer. Yeah. And like, those ones that are on the fence don't get a program, aren't happy with their results, like all of that. They're watching what everybody else is doing. Yeah. Get that confidence, delivering to people you're familiar with, tell them all to bring a friend. All of a sudden, you've still got a familiar audience with an unfamiliar one. Yeah. Get all those people there. It spirals on. Invite people from the gym, do events that coincide with the gym. Like, a lot of gyms run transformation challenges. If you get an opportunity to speak in that, there's people all walks of life who have other trainers as well, but they're like, why did they get this person to speak? Yeah. This person must be, good.
Inside sports, it's fucking so much easier to present to your people than other people.
100%.
So much easier.
100%.
Because they know you. You're comfortable. They're comfortable. It's like you can just be yourself. It's so much easier.
Yeah. I remember part of university, we had to organize an event. Mm-hmm. So because I did sports administration as well, like we did wild shit. Like we had to do a project for the council. Yeah. And we had to run a properly ran swimming event. Mm-hmm. And so I had to go and do a presentation to like 100 people on how this event was going to run. Yeah. What was involved, how it was going to go down, what they needed to do, everything. Picture a fucking auditorium that elevates like
it's terrifying.
Like the elevation is like this.
Right now, I'm like, give me it.
Yeah.
But
I was
on a topic
22. I was 22 years old at the time. No, I wasn't.
Way younger.
No, I was like 20.
Yeah.
Stood there, and all of these eyes are just on me, man. I remember the fucking paper. I was just it was just shaking. My voice, when your voice like loses projection, like I just remember like that, and it fucking terrified me. Yeah. But in saying that, like,
it's a good experience.
Yeah, and I even have people who I don't even know who they are, and they speak to Steph, and they're like, "Oh, Jason's really articulate. He's a great speaker.
Yeah.
He's this, he's that." I have people ask me all the time, like, "How did you get so good at making content and speaking on the podcast and all that?" It's like, I was shit. Well, I was shit, and I got better, and I got better from putting myself in situations where I wasn't great, and I needed to, put the reps on. The reps in no different to the gym. Yeah. That's the only way to do it. So you've got to send it on the first seminar.
I know we're old as fuck.
In fitness.
Yeah.
In fitness, yeah.
But like before the internet, the goal wasn't to travel and fill workshops. The goal was like to be the number one in our gym and have full books.
Yeah.
So the best way to do that was to do everything that everyone else wasn't doing.
Yep.
And we were so passionate about educating as much as we possibly could and lifting the standard in the gym. So it was such a big, like, we were doing weekly workshops as part of like
our program,
group training.
Yeah.
So, and that's where we cut our teeth. Like, that's before podcast. That's before the bad podcast. The one we don't talk about.
So bad.
So yeah, like, and then like you said with the AIPT we had to do sales presentations to get people into a course, which came first. We had to present the course itself.
Remember we ran that workshop to sell that product. We didn't even know what it was. That allied health thing.
And we closed it, and then it turned out to be a whole thing, and people went to jail.
Illegal.
Yeah. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah.
So it's you just got to fucking just put
yourself in there.
Yeah.
And even just at a lesser level, like, we're talking a lot about like events as in like seminars and stuff. Like, start with like a group session and do a little bit of a speech before it, like a little bit of a education. It doesn't 5-10 minutes. Hey guys, this is what we're going to talk about today before we get into the gym. Then have these other events like photo shoots and stuff like that. Like, you've got to have structured things that are happening within your business to kind of stand out from the rest of the people. Like, they call it the war zone. The war zone is where everybody is fighting, and it's everybody doing the same shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, what can you do to get out of that?
Yeah.
So that people go, oh, I'm gonna, instead of slugging away over in here with everybody else doing the same shit, what are these guys doing? And I like that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go get involved in that. And in your gym, oh man, it's so easy to get out of the war zone.
Yeah.
Like, because everyone's just like doing whiteboard workouts.
Yeah.
Maybe they got a program. They're just doing personal training. Like, there's nothing else outside of that. Mm-hmm. No events are going on. No one's presenting. No one's running workshops. Yeah. Like, you literally can become famous in your own gym so easily.
Being in the powerlifting space, I'm always amazed by the amount of people that don't go to their clients' comps.
Yeah.
It's like, so you don't have enough clients, right? Nah, I just really need to like work on my social media and, just like get out there more. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Did you have a client compete last week? Yeah. Did you go? Nah, it was too much travel. And I'm like, oh, okay. So you could have traveled for 48 hours, documented your travel, been there with your client, enjoyed that experience together, formulate a relationship that means they're not just going to, I'll contact you when I prep again.
Yep.
And actually go through that together, and then all of that would be on the internet. I had 6 people, no less than 6 people at nationals.
Yeah. Nationals.
Go, you're really here for one client?
Yeah.
Well, of course I fucking am.
Yeah.
My client's at nationals.
Yeah.
Like, of course I am. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm going to the same client who we were supposed to have 3, but we've moved them all. I have 6 next year now.
Yeah.
Doing it again in 2 weeks. Because that's what I like to do as a coach.
Yeah.
But if you want to think from a business perspective, why the fuck would you not be there?
Yeah. And that, that's a lesson I learned the hard way at the start. I was like, oh fuck, I've got conflicting things here and blah blah blah. But I think even when
lay down
when I went away, so I booked a holiday and then someone decided to do a comp, but I sent someone else to look after them.
Yeah.
I've learned the hard way. Like, I haven't been to every single event, and like sometimes it is tough being interstate and whatever. But if you can
do it,
100%. If you can, you should.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, it's not always going to work out. Like, sometimes you got to you've got your own life and it's on the other side of the country, but you should always try and exercise that opportunity.
Yeah, especially if you're a young coach with not many responsibilities and you just can't be fucked.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if I was like,
Yeah.
you know,
Like, you know what I mean? It's just,
yeah, if the responsibilities were cut in half, it's like you'd be everywhere.
yeah.
You know, trying
Yeah.
to get that authority and trying to get your name out there.
Yeah. It's funny, like, an insight into myself. Like, I've probably I've sat comfortable, like, not really needing to push for a little while. We've done the intensive, then we did Sydney the first time, Sydney again.
Yeah.
I'll do Sydney again. Then I was trying to get to Townsville, but it's our Christmas party weekend, so I can't go.
Yeah.
And then I've got first weekend December. I've never had more clients.
Yeah.
Ever. It's like, I wonder why.
Yeah.
Like, the people just don't.
Yeah.
It's like your 3 posts a week are great.
Yeah. They got to see you doing the thing, though.
But yeah, like, that's so much more valuable because it is. Yeah. It's like everyone does 3 posts a week. It's It's the
Warzone.
Warzone.
Yeah.
You want bank zones. Like, I've had, so shout out to Jay, one of my clients. So she's competing next year. She worked with a coach for a couple of years, I think, who, like, to be fair, not a powerlifting coach. Got to the end of the event, like the end of the prep, didn't know really what they were doing and just sent her to the event by herself.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I've seen that you travel for your clients. I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, I like that. I'm in.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so simple to be good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not hard to stand out at all.
Yeah. So that ties into that whole attitude of just doing stuff.
Yeah. You're just being more involved too, right? Like, I don't know. I think part of it's awareness. Sometimes I feel like you really start to iron out and see like people's motivators to be in the industry and stuff as well. Like the social events and the workouts that we caught on the weekend, and like me trying to get the boys to come and stay with me, and like I basically just like, I have a whole house that's way too big for me. You guys can come and stay whenever you want.
Yeah.
And then getting Matt to come down from Albury, and also we'll catch in a workout together and stuff like that. Like that's like passion.
Yeah.
You know, that is like almost like, yeah, you got to make money as a business and blah, blah, blah. But that's going that extra mile that you don't have to do, that shows your real like reasons for why you're in this industry and why you love it so much. And there's going to be people who kind of just treat it like a job, and the life cycle of your clients are going to be significantly shorter because you're just not building those meaningful relationships with these people, and they don't feel, wanted, heard. They just don't feel as special as they probably could.
Yeah.
If your motivators were, different. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, 100%. And I even said that yesterday in the coaching workshop. It's like the one of the foundations of a coach and a client relationship is trust. And trust is them feeling heard and feeling comfortable and feeling like you give a fuck. Yeah. And there's no better way to do that than go out of your way to go to the event for them, to invite them to your home. I'm not saying everybody, like obviously there's, but some people you connect with, but it's like you can go to every one of your clients, events and stuff if you can make it, all right? Like I understand family, whatever. But it's like, if you don't do that, try and get someone else to go with them. If you know another coach at that comp, so ask them to take care of your lifter, which you've had to do personally. Yeah. You've had another lift.
Flight.
Yeah.
Had to catch a flight and got Jackson to do it.
Yeah.
Watch the live stream from the airport.
You've had to do it personally. But your lifter was set up. They knew what they needed to do. You did all of the legwork. It's no different to like if you're going away and your clients are training with someone else. Like you set up their shit. Like don't just let that coach do the work for them. Yeah. Show you've done the preparation and the work. Show you care. And I think all those little things add up. All those little things separate the I'm here to be a personal trainer, and it's like I'm here to be a coach, forge great relationships with my clients, keep them and facilitate their success, and build a really good business and brand around that.
Yep. And just lastly, to close off that, if your objection is to the financial investment, the average client for most personal trainers is worth at least $1,000.
Yeah.
12-week minimum term. Online starts at, for bottom of the road coaches, $50 up to anywhere up to 100, even 150 these days.
Yeah.
And then most of your clients will be 1.5 sessions per week in the gym.
Yep.
So gaining one client, at least $1,000 minimum term. If you're good and you've got a 6-month retention, if you're really good and you've got a 12-month retention, you're talking like $4,000 a year for online.
Yeah.
$500 for a weekend.
Yeah.
To make $3,500 profit if you get one.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Not to mention that the person that you go for will probably stay for a year.
Yeah.
Like, it's a no-brainer if you can do it, if you make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big tangent that I wasn't.
Yeah, we just went
planning
left,
on.
right aside, but it still leans into just like
doing the thing.
You can't just do the fucking training the people and doing the sessions.
Yeah,
it's just like there's just a life way outside of that, and you are just putting a ceiling so close over the top of you.
Yeah, if
you just look at personal training like that,
yeah,
it's like it's going to be a really rough road. You're going to be constantly trying to replace your clients. It's way harder to find them than to keep them. It's way more stressful. It's like you just get to choose the hard, right?
Yeah.
Like it's that age-old saying again, right? It's like it's hard to grow a business. It's hard to get out there. It's hard to do seminars. It's hard to do all this. But then, people look at us and go, "Oh yeah, it looks great. Like I want whatever you have." It's like, yeah, well, it's fucking
must be nice.
It's hard.
Yeah.
But what's harder is just being in the gym, just training, not knowing when your next session's going to be or coming from, or when your next client's coming from, and just like feeling really kind of shackled, but not really knowing what else to do and where to go next. It's like that's a different type of hard that doesn't really kind of sit well with me.
Yeah. So if you don't have competitors, you can do weekend sessions. You can do coffee stuff. You can do events. You can do throwdowns, bro downs, whatever we're going to call them.
I'm calling mine the bro down. After this session, I'm putting an event up. Bro down. You see, you can do that on Instagram now.
Make events.
You can make events and you can make them public so anyone can come.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah.
Well, that's our Saturday sorted.
Correct. Yeah, I was going to put the first one up.
Yeah.
After this.
Yeah, so just show up in other places and do other things that are different. I'm in this weird, I've been like thinking about burnout a lot because obviously like pedals beyond the floor at the moment, has been for a little while. I got home from Sydney and like I'm is it introverted extrovert? So when I'm in the room, other way around, extroverted introvert.
Yeah.
When I'm in the room, I'm like having
I'm the other
the
one.
best time.
Yeah.
So much fun. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
As soon as I leave the room, I'm like, I need to die. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I was fucked probably till Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like I was myself on Thursday for the first time. But I wasn't burnt out. I was just tired.
Yeah.
There was not a part of me was like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
This is hard. I don't want to show up. I was like, my brain won't fucking work. I need to do shit. My brain won't
can't
go.
get creative, can't get in the zone.
Versus 40 sessions a week in, week out, same problems, same conversations, same bullshit, same four walls.
This client dropped off, got to get this new one.
Like that's where what people call burnout happens.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Burnout to me seems like a lack of inspiration.
Yeah, well, how many conversations have we had with everybody? It's like, if you were making $3,000 a week, would we be having this conversation? Like just using that as an arbitrary figure, of course. But like, most of the time when people come to have the problem, it's like the problem accentuates the hardness, and the hardness is the thing that causes the thoughts, the negative experience, and then it's like, okay, I actually feel like I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
It's like if you were actually achieving what you wanted to achieve, would we be having this conversation? Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is why I think a lot of people leave personal training.
I agree.
It's like it's not like I reckon I've only ever maybe seen one person that we've worked with who actually didn't like it, and they were doing really well.
Yeah,
like they were getting sessions, and they were at a point, and when they said they don't like it, what could you say to that person?
Yeah,
you're like, okay, cool, you've got 25 sessions in your first 12 weeks. You hate the job. Yeah, and you just want to work out for yourself. Fine. No problem.
Yeah, got it.
But the rest of them, it's like outside of like really acute circumstances that just out of their control and they've had to leave or whatever.
Yeah,
most of it's probably
if you were more successful, you would have stayed.
Correct.
Yeah. So, what's up, guys? Another quick break. I just wanted to jump in and remind you guys about the STC Fit Learning mentorship. Now, our mentorship's been running since about 2016, where we've developed trainers through their first year of business in personal training and allowed them to leapfrog the first 5 years of mistakes that we made. If you're currently studying, looking to finish in the next month or so, or you're looking for someone to help you out with mentoring and all that kind of stuff, jump on, have a look at the details for the mentorship at stcfitlearning.com. Head to programs and mentorship and all the details are there. And you can come and be an STC Fit coach for an entire year. Includes all of our education and direct mentoring from our head coaches. Back to the episode. there was a bit of a theme for the weekend, and I'm wondering if you've put any thought into it since or not. We had a few experiences. It started the week before. We had a Zoom call and we scared a guy off so much that he nearly kicked us off the call. And then we had a few other things happen over the weekend that turned into us like questioning ourselves and who we are and what we do.
You know how we went through that phase where everyone was intimidated of me and I was trying to overthink how to behave?
Yeah.
It's coming back.
Yeah. And I'm here now.
Not at a physical level now, it's at a personality level.
Yeah, so basically, Jason and I have been in positions where the way we deliver information has just scared the shit out of people. Yeah. Basically.
Yeah. Even sometimes when we communicate with ourselves, each other, I'm like, ooh. And then I'm like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, just...
Yeah.
Like, it's just so direct now. I'm like, oh, hang on, I talk like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just...
And I think it's like... It's just... We got so much happening that you have to. I was listening to a podcast on the way here. It's like, what'd she say? You can guess someone's bank account by how long it takes them to order a coffee at a cafe.
Yeah.
If it takes you 5 minutes to get through your fucking
way too much on you,
mocha latte and fucking almond croissant, like you're not making bank.
Yeah, I feel you.
Because you're unaware of your surroundings. You inconvenience people without noticing. You're fucking like... You haven't made your decision before you get there. You haven't put forward thought into it.
Yeah, that's it. Use your time wisely.
Yeah. Whereas, like, I'm like, I talk about it all the time, like the cafe in Gisborne where everyone lines up in the stupid spot. I'm like, that's dumb. Think ahead. Where's the person going to go behind you? On their fucking table. Stand over here. Like, that's just there all the time. So I think part of the way we communicate is just like, this needs to happen quickly and we need to move on.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had some moments where we're like, do we need to change this? Like, how do we...
Yeah.
Have you put any thought into it since?
Look, I just think everyone needs to get on our level. No, I'm kidding. I think, like, it's definitely work mode. It's like you and I are very intense individuals when we are in the zone.
Yeah.
Obviously get really excited, really passionate, and it's just like...
Yeah.
You know, even sometimes, like, when we're delivering stuff, like content and whatnot, it kind of almost could come out like people you're yelling at people and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, because we're so intense, if someone's on the other side of the personality spectrum, like they could find that very confronting. So I think like look, moving forward, like maybe we just got to have a little bit of awareness on like how to read people.
Yeah.
You know, because we always used to talk about like match and mirroring, like even in consults and stuff. So if like someone's like at the edge of the seat, obviously I feel real comfortable when someone does that. But if someone's like kind of, sitting there really timid, like, kind of rounded posture and like not very positive, soft tone and stuff, you kind of just change to meet that person where they are. But now obviously now that we're in business and we're mentoring and all that kind of stuff, like we're bringing the energy.
Yeah.
But then sometimes our energy may be just a little bit too much. And because you and I feed off each other, and if we're both vibing, it's like, sometimes you're in trouble. Like if you're in that room. But but then so the flip side of that is, and I was talking to Steph about this the other day, maybe that's who you need to be to get to where you need to go. Because like the one thing that I've been very disappointed with, and Chris Williamson says it a lot, and is like you never get to see the way somebody was when they were on the way up.
Yeah.
So you never get to see, like, you're just like, oh yeah, now that I have like 80 businesses and I make $20 million, this is what my day looks like. It's like, okay, so your day looks pretty different now because you have all these people and you need to spread yourself mentally. It's like,
what did it look like?
Yeah, like even when we did the weekend, the week thing with like Ben and stuff, like it was like, it's about like, meditation and mushroom supplementations and stuff to, for all these nootropics and stuff. I was like, man, you were a fucking savage at one point. You had to have been. Like you was fucking second at the Arnold Classic, bro.
Yeah.
Like what did it take to be that person?
And probably making more in business than any other bodybuilder at the time.
Yeah, it's like I want to know what that person was like.
Yeah.
And then and maybe that person was very similar to us, like, and you hear these stories of like I don't know, use an example like Donald Trump or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, that dude will rip off your family or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
not saying someone said that about it, but they just like, you hear these stories and it's like, well, maybe you had to be that savage
to get it,
to be in a position like him with so much power, so much influence, so much impact.
Yeah.
Rather than like, this is what my fucking
Trying to please
3-hour morning routine looks like, that
Yeah.
half the internet's going to go, cool, I'm going to try that. It's like, I
Yeah.
don't really think that that person actually operated that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's interesting, like, thinking about work mode versus everywhere else too.
Yeah.
Like, we talk about it with content. If you please everyone, you please no one.
Yeah.
So if you go to, so maybe, and this is where both people pleasers and we're both fixers. It's why we're personal trainers, why we're motivated and we're driven by, like that earlier conversation. We're not driven by narcissistic values because we're people pleasers.
Yeah.
At a level.
Yeah.
It's like solving other and helping other and fixing. It's like there's whatever like happened for us is like, that's what I need to do to feel valued.
Yeah.
So because we come to that place, when someone doesn't enjoy it, they don't enjoy us. We haven't pleased them, like, vomit. But on social media, we're pretty good at being like, we'll wear the shirt that says do the fucking thing.
Yeah.
We'll tell you not to eat like an arsehole. Like we're happy to draw that line because we know it separates people, but then sometimes it's like, well, maybe we need to do that in a room.
Yeah. It's a hard balance, man.
And then, I think the biggest, the fear that it triggered for me is the direction that we're going now.
Yeah.
Is we're going to work with other people who aren't like us.
Yeah. But that's okay too.
But we need to be able to change gears to do that.
Agreed.
And we've kind of built I'm rethinking this, like, I only work with people I would have coffee with thing.
Yeah.
So what I'm leading into is I had a mentoring session with a mentor of mine last week, and it was really, really valuable. And this was the first thing I brought up. I was like, this is the guy that, like, walks into a restaurant, the owner loves him, the waitress loves him, the fucking other multimillionaire on the other side of the table is, like, not submissive, but, like, falls in line behind him. Just like, how do you do that? How do you actually make that happen?
Yeah.
So when it comes to working with someone else in a business that isn't us, and we haven't been working together for 5 years and all that kind of stuff that most of the people coming on now have, when we go to the next step, how do you navigate that?
Yeah.
That's, I think, where the fear was.
Do you reckon it's like a little bit of big dick energy though as well?
So,
because you know, we were having some really interesting talks when we were training with the boys, and I was just like, just fucking look, eyes forward, chest up. Don't have to do anything else but that. Yeah. And it's like people feel that, and it's confidence and, you know, all of that. And it's like maybe someone, like, you know, because it's just like the scale, right?
So this is what blew my mind in this conversation. That's required. So rewind 2017, 2018. STC team was as big as it's ever been in terms of, like, the coaching that we had, because we were running an internal only program. Yeah. Way bigger now with standout, our coaches, all of that. But lots of hand-on work, lots of face-to-face communications, lots of that sort of stuff. That's when you were battling with I'm the scary one. Yeah. Because I was so, what do you need? How do I help? Yeah. What can we do this week? It's okay. So soft. I was like, this isn't working. The people aren't getting the result that they need. I'm not getting what I need out of them. And it's taking too much fucking time to get nothing in return. Yeah. So I think as I've found myself become more confident, stacked more proof, and seen better outcomes, now it's like big dick energy's default. Yeah. Direct energy's default. Because it does get a positive result most of the time. Yeah. The flip side is the waitress doesn't respond to it. Yeah.
So you have to pick and choose.
So you need to know
so you have awareness. Yeah.
So I've even been playing with this a little bit at the cafe. They're all, to me, they all look fucking 16. They were during the day, so it must be over 18.
Yeah. Either that or they just left school to become a waitress. Good luck to you.
So the couple of times I've been there since this conversation, it's like Dean basically said, you need to, before any interaction, stop, be present. So if you're late, doesn't matter, wait.
Yeah, okay.
Have a think about, what do I actually want out of this interaction that's about to happen?
Yeah.
What do they want out of this interaction that's about to happen? Which is always going to be to feel valued.
Yeah.
But how?
Yeah, yeah.
What do I know about them? And what can I do to kind of make this work?
Yeah.
So Dean and I have been friends for 8 years.
Mm.
Really close, traveled together, hung out with families, done Easter together, like close. 2 hours of his time on a Friday afternoon at his workplace.
Yeah.
It's like, I know this guy drinks gin and tonic. I know he fucking likes good gin.
Yeah.
He's never going to ask me to pay for this time. But I walked in the door and put a bottle of gin on the table.
Sick.
And I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
That sets the tone straight away.
Yeah.
It's like, you're valuing my time and you understand what this is.
Yeah.
So like something like that. And like, I'm not going to go into Dean's fucking boardroom and go, I'm the big dick energy here and flex on him.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm coming in as the student.
Yeah. And appreciative of their time and knowledge.
Correct. So one of the biggest things he said is like, I am so happy to be the dumbest guy in the room.
Yeah.
And to play the idiot.
Yeah.
Because I learn more as the idiot than I do as the power player.
Of course.
So I can ask the dumbest questions, float the most. He goes, I can tell how good someone is at the jobs by the questions they ask.
Yeah.
So when we ask someone about fitness, the person getting asked the questions is like, fuck, I've never even thought of that. And they're like, you know stuff I don't know about this.
Yeah.
You need to take that conversation everywhere.
Yeah.
So think about what you want out of it. What do they want out of it? How do they feel valued? And then what's your approach going to be? So going up to order the coffee and the toasty, it's like, I just want to have a pleasant experience enough. And this is where this conversation gets weird. And if you're uncomfortable with this topic, you're going to be like, fucking narcissistic, manipulative, fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I know people are going to go there and I don't care.
Yeah.
I want every time I walk into that cafe to people to go, oh, Ben's here.
Yeah.
Because I'll get a better table. I'll get better service. People will be nicer to me. People will be nicer to my wife.
Of course.
And we'll get better service every single time.
Definitely.
So I want that.
Yeah.
So if I can create a better interaction instead of just like, I'll have a coffee, I'll have a toasty, we're on table 18.
Yep.
Like, how are you? Have you been busy this morning?
Yeah.
When do you finish? We'll have this, this, and this. We're just on table 18. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's like, that changes everything in that interaction.
Agreed. Even if you just went to a restaurant you've never been to before, like being that person, nice, accommodating.
Yeah.
Knowing that they're human.
Yeah.
You're going to fuck things up, come back, confirm your order and all that.
Yeah.
Just like being, no problems, it's just radiates to everything. And it's you not practicing, but getting used to being that person.
Yeah.
The energetic one. Because the one thing I do know, like when you were talking about like walking into a restaurant, like, everyone kind of knowing Dean, being happy to see him. So even when we went to the business conference thing, like, what's his name? Aaron. He had the same type of that same type of vibe and energy.
Yeah.
It's just like really nice, really energetic, really kind of just a good vibe. And we call it magnetic. Like,
yeah.
And that doesn't come from just like, he's a savage.
Yes.
Like when he was like,
but not all the time.
Getting that dude to pitch to him, and he's just like, again. Every time he said, I was like, whoa, this is good to see.
The grill.
Yeah. But he's not like that all the time.
Yeah.
And so he would have to practice. Because I would probably say the grilling is the person, the roots of the person for that particular individual, and then it's like the, making people feel comfortable, building relationships, et cetera, et cetera. Like that's the thing that probably had to be taught.
Yeah. Yeah. So practical steps was that. So stop first.
Yep.
And I'm guilty of being in a rush, getting into the place as soon as possible, and then trying to compose myself almost as I'm walking in the door.
Yeah.
Where it's like, stop, go through those things. Why am I here? Why are they here? How do I give them the most value?
We said that they should do that for their personal training sessions, and we don't do it for anything else.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. So that's wild.
Yeah.
So, yeah, even I'm like, obviously now I'm going to practice this everywhere. Like, if we go to a hotel on the weekends, like, how do I make the concierge days better? How do I, the restaurant, the breakfast, the whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone you sort of see, how do you make their day better? Because ultimately it's going to come back.
Yeah.
Then during, spend as much as time as you need, but always lead with just asking questions. So I've gone into a conversation since this conversation, a little bit shitty and needing a really specific outcome.
Yeah.
And every part of me was like, you need to go in and sort this fucking out. I was like, I actually went for a walk before it, and I was like, you chose to be here. You chose this to happen. This is what's going to be part of your expansion. This is what you're going to deal with every fucking day.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so what do they need? What do I need? And what's the best pathway to get to that? I just asked questions. By the time I got all the answers, I was like, okay, I feel way more comfortable. We need to do this, 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 and this. Everyone was on board.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, magic. I had another conversation that was sort of going back and forwards and back and forwards. Like, I don't really know where this is going to land. Just ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
They've solved the problem without me.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't we do this? I was like, okay, done.
Yeah.
So it's, and then I said, like, obviously afterwards, so what we did, as much as it kind of spiraled because we were super G'd up, on the Friday, in the car we were like, fuck, are we just like monsters and scare everyone?
Yeah.
Still go away from those experiences and reflect.
Yeah.
How could I have done that better? What worked really well? With all those kind of interactions. And it can be as small as like the coffee shop to practice and family members and whatever. But clients, even just like how many people have bad relationships with their PT managers?
Yeah.
Or their club managers or the receptionist or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, well, step back. How do you win that situation?
Yeah.
You go out of your way to make the cranky ass receptionist that's been there since 5 o'clock and that's why she hates the world.
Yeah.
And make her day better.
Yeah.
She'll like you. She'll be nicer to you. Like,
yeah. Yeah. It's the whole like smiling, saying thank you and tipping the bartender for your first drink of the night, right?
Yeah.
Like that's going to come around. They're going to pick you out.
Correct.
So yeah, I get it.
Yep. So it was a really interesting conversation. Took a lot away from it.
Yeah, it's good.
So I think, you can start doing that, like you said earlier, before every session. It only needs to be 30 seconds, man.
100%.
An extra 30 seconds is not going to make or break the client's day.
Yeah. So you're busy, man. Like, you have to.
Yeah.
You know, and like I was saying yesterday in the coaching workshop, they're like, to disassociate or to remind yourself of why you're here, you need to have that, like, just brief moment. Because you build some pretty cool relationships with clients and you can really kind of lose track of, like, why you're there and start joking around and, it just becomes like a little bit of a social gathering. And when you get to that level of relationship, like, I would argue that the results kind of don't really...
It's hard to get results.
Yeah. So just that little, like, why am I here? Who's this person? How can I get the best out of this? I think just continuously keeps you goal orientated, which is one of the things we spoke about of what it takes to be a leading coach in any business, to be honest, because it's like everyone has an objective and you're there to help them. You need to remind yourself consistently of what that is. Yeah.
And then think about, if you do want to expand, you go to the comp. How do you treat the meet director? How do you treat the spotters and handlers? How do you treat the judges?
Yeah.
The other lifters, the other coaches, your FD, your club manager, your sales manager, all the staff at the gym, the other trainers, the other trainers' clients.
Yeah. I think I've been out some weird places, even just like thinking about it, like just socially. just how easy it is to separate yourself. And it's literally just like having the confidence to just speak and look people in the eye and talk to them.
Yep.
And everything. Like, everybody is a little bit like kind of socially disconnected now. Like, is in face to face, because you don't really get like the interactions and stuff are just, there's way more interactions done by technology now than there is in face to face. When you and I were back in our day, it was the complete opposite. You had to walk up to a girl and tell her you liked them. You had to call them on the phone and like, do all that
Talk
shit.
to their fucking mum.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't even know if you still have to ask permission for their parents to get married and stuff. Like, you have to go to their house and sit there and do all that kind of shit. And because now it's the opposite, like, there's just everything's done via text and technology. When we go out into the space, like, it kind of radiates out.
Yeah. And
you can pick the person that just can meet everybody, with the energy and the attention that they kind of need and deserve. And I've really tried my best to do that, because sometimes, like, you can get a bit introverted when you're out. You're like, fuck, I haven't seen anyone for a while. Like, this is too many people here. Like, this is fucked up. Like, and it's just like, take a minute, relax. And it's like, cool, how can I give myself, be the best, give everyone else the best impression of me? Yeah. And that's to give to them. Yeah. Be nice, have a good demeanor about you, stand up tall, look people in the eye. Like, it's crazy, just like the eye contact thing. Yeah. Like, I've really been paying attention to it. So many people look away, bro.
Yeah, I've got one of the girls I work with at the moment. I see her face to face. She physically moves.
Yeah, it's
out of
wild. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'll sit next to you and we'll look at the laptop.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just wild. Like, just all of those little cues. And I've tried my best to mentor some of the boys just with little bits and pieces like that. And it's all just a confidence thing. And I'm like, just stand with a positive posture, and you'll be amazed and then it will just like, it just instantly changes like how people interact with you. And I'm like, of course it does, because you radiate positivity. As soon as you look down at the ground and round your shoulders, man, it's just like, it's not you're
not inviting.
That's exactly right. It's an uninviting posture. So I like it. I think that awareness is important, and you have to teach it. You have to teach all of that, and we probably just need to
learn it yourself.
Put ourselves in situations where we have to practice it. Like everyone, like the events.
Exactly.
That's it.
There's just levels to this all the time. It's never done.
Just reps and awareness.
So my next was like, how do we get in the room with the money? Or not even the money, like the successful people.
So I said to the boys, this fucking terrifies me. Like, as in, like, pitching at the same level or below is fun. But it's like pitching to, like, if I had to pitch to Dean, like, not saying I wouldn't do it.
But
it fucking makes me sweat. It makes my palms sweat. Because I know I'm going to have to do it one day.
It's coming for sure.
And it's like, you don't have, like, someone like that, you don't have a single fuck up. You've got to deliver. I'm sweating already. I'm sweating here. I can feel it.
I wrote our application for an event in Singapore yesterday. I was sweating writing it. I was like, who's going to read this? And who am I up against? What names are also coming through with this on it? I was like, I know this is really good. Like, I know. You had to put like video examples, so I used some of the intensive stuff. I'm like, if you watch any of it, we're fucking coming, because I know it's awesome, but I'm also terrified. Please tell me it's good. So the feedback was, he's the same. Still.
I get it. You make the monster. Like, it's your perception, your construct, right? You can construct a demon and an insurmountable force. Or you can construct a dude who you just build a good relationship with, right? Do your homework.
So in terms of the social element, I was like, so I implemented this coffee rule. I know I'm going to have to break that rule to just, because there's going to be business opportunities that I'll miss out on if I don't. And I know I don't have to love everyone I work with to expand. He's like, I'm not friends with anyone I work with. Like, at all. Like, he's like, my circle is, there's like 5 people.
I'm cool with that.
And I was like, so we have it. And he's like, there's rooms that I don't like because I'm not in that culture. I'm not flexy. This is a guy that, like, buys the nicest Mercedes, but buys a Mercedes so he doesn't drive the McLaren.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't want to be looked at. I don't want to be that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't fit in those circles, but doesn't fit in like the where he grew up circles either. That are just doing the 9 to 5 thing. So yeah, it was almost like, oh
yeah, just got to get it done.
yeah. And I heard on a pod this morning, like they were talking about friendship bubbles. And if you're in a constant trajectory of growth, it's actually kind of crazy to think that you're going to have a consistent 5 friends for the entire time that you go through all of this.
Is it a consistent 5 that are the same, or just always have 5?
Well,
5 different people?
They were saying like it would be so rare to meet people that are going to go the whole way with you.
Yeah,
on the same trajectory as
I
you.
agree. 100%.
So really, when I heard that, I was like, fuck, we're so fortunate then.
Yeah.
The people we have around us right now that are on the same trajectory is wild. Yeah. Even our relationships who have been doing it for 10 years together.
Yeah.
It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty wild when you think about it like that.
It's crazy. Most people have to do it by themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the unit that we have around us at the moment is really cool. And it's we're actually way ahead of the ledger, not behind like we think we were.
Yeah.
We thought.
It's hard. You always think you're behind, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I should be going to dinner with fucking 7 millionaires every weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. I should have done this already.
Yeah.
Should pitch to someone who's just way more successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from the networking and friendship things, just like, it was almost like his position's just like he just does that. And then if he comes across someone that he wants in his circle, he just keeps him in the circle.
Yeah.
It was so interesting. So I have this benchmark in my mind that when I was in France with him, I was on a table that I think across the 4 other people there was about $100 million table.
Yeah, it's the same.
In Timberland runners, jeans, and an STC hoodie. And I was like, one of these things is not like the other. And I remember at the time just being like so overwhelmed and just like, fuck, how do I even matter in this conversation? Like, I just fucking sit here and take notes. And I was like, I said to him, the benchmark for me has always, since that moment, has been, I want to sit at that table and be valuable.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to hold myself in that room.
Yep.
He's like, looked me in the eye. He's like, do you know what everyone thought at the time? I was like, no. They're like, you came with me, which suggests that you're really good at what you do.
Yeah.
You're really invested in the outcomes, and you were delivering a great service, and everyone felt really valued to have you there.
Yeah.
And I was like,
that's sick.
Fuck. So then I was like, well, it doesn't fucking matter if they're ahead.
Yeah.
If you do, what do they want? How do they feel valued? And what do I want?
Yeah.
And you just lead with that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
That's very true.
That shattered my brain. I was like, I'm going home now.
Yeah, it's fuck. Yeah, it's all we just create it, right? We just create the barriers.
It was like, well, I'd never seen that much money.
Yeah. Yeah, and you probably never felt that energy before as well. Because it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of don't really know who you are and kind of trying to figure out life and figure out you and where your place is and everything. And then you sit at a table with just like all of these people that just like of all walks of life and have all of this experience. And then they stand and sit like this.
Yeah.
It's just like, fuck.
And you know the story of the week before I left.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
like
nuts.
Fucking the most chaotic shit you can think of. Worse.
Yeah.
26, no idea what was going on. We'd sort of started the mentorship. Nothing was really moving yet. It was just like, what? I don't even know who I am or what I want.
Yeah.
And then you just, here you go.
Yeah.
And then to hear like, no, you actually contributed to that because you just loved what you do.
Yeah.
And you were able to provide value in that space. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's a great perspective.
Yeah. Makes it easier to walk into any conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're not swinging based off zeros.
No. And if you ask more questions and you're curious, you get them to talk about what they like.
Yeah, and then you have that positive experience with them, and then you're the one they remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it.
And if you you lead with the questions, you lead with curiosity, you find the room, and then they see the big dog about what you love.
Yeah.
Like, how many times have we said they've got it?
Yeah.
You meet someone, you're like, they're going to make it.
Yeah.
They've got it. They need this, this, and this, but they've got it.
Yeah.
It's like, be that.
Yeah.
And that's ask the most questions, try and learn,
Yeah.
and then deliver on your thing with passion. You're good.
Yeah. It doesn't feel as insurmountable now.
Right?
My palms aren't sweaty anymore.
Right? Yeah. So if we do another 5 deals the next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to stop cutting these deals and start fucking making shit.
Yes. No more. No more till Christmas. Yeah. We actually forgot to talk about it on Fit, the announcements that happened last week.
Yeah, well, should we do it properly?
Yeah.
So it's fair.
Yeah. So if you've been paying attention to social media, there's obviously a little bit going on. But we'll have, by the time we record the next one, we'll have 4 partnerships announced.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll do that all at once and talk about where we're headed, what we're doing, because we'll probably have the rest of it will be locked in as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and we got
there's 2
what
more
was our
coming.
potties as well, like with the with everybody. So
stacked schedule till Christmas.
it's all happening.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
I feel good after that.
Yeah, me too. I'm hungry and my mouth's dry.
Yeah.
I was gonna wave down a drink for 10, but then I thought that's a bit too much. So it's like, hey, Russ, I've got cotton mouth, man.
What does he need to feel valued, Jason?
That's true. I can't do it right now. I'm multitasking, you know.
Yeah. Value Compass is still available for free online, and programming workshop 24th, 25th, Melbourne. It's going to be huge.
November. Oh yeah, well I guess
November.
Yeah. I just got to say all the details.
Yeah, because it's like 3 days from when this comes out.
Yeah.
November. It's currently listed as Cheltenham. May have changed when this comes out, but we're going to move it to the
CBD location,
to a sexy room. There's only going to be, depending on the room that we secure, 10 to 15 most likely.
Yeah.
If you can't find the link through the DMs, through the link in bio and stuff, just shoot us a DM. We'll get you the link.
Yeah.
We'll get it to you. I think that's all we have for right now.
Yep.
Rad. Thank you. See you next week.
See you next time.